too long in this place. That bright smile long gone been replaced. From ear to ear I see that fear in your face. Tell me when the last time you felt safe, cause there's some evil people in the streets. Evil at your front door, creeping while you sleep. It's time to raise up, show that evil we ain't weak. We don't turn the other cheek, I can show you how to be strong. Come on, follow me. Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. No more running from the bad guy. I'ma stare him in the eye like, what's up? I know the journey got hard for a minute, but I ain't giving this up. Yeah, I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. We go through bad days, hard times, low pay, high crime, pathways to a life without sunshine. I'm the lifeline. With this lifeline, gonna be the pipeline, shining in the nighttime. Bet on me to swoop down. I'ma go toe to toe. Already know that I'm never gonna back down. Bet on me to stand tall. I take on anything for my crew. Bet I risk it all. Wicked, wicked people in the streets. Corruption in the politics and the police. It's time to raise up, take a stand against the seat. We won't take a back seat. I can show you how to be strong. Come on, follow me. Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. No more running from the bad guy. I'ma stare him in the eye like, what's up? I know the journey got hard for a minute, but I ain't giving this up. Yeah, I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. 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 If I get knocked down, I'ma get back up. If I get knocked down, I'ma get back up. If I get knocked down, I'ma get back up. I'ma get back up. I'ma get back up. Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. Yeah, no more running from that bad guy. Don't worry about it. I'm right here. What's up? I know that journey been hard for you. Okay, I ain't giving up. We ain't giving up. I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up.
Guys, welcome back to G2 Esports, where you're joined by me, Chelsea Bites, and Initialize right here. Yeah, that's you. I always like guessing which direction you're in. I'm like,
yeah, I'd have to figure it out. I think that you are this way. That's right. I've done my orders correct. Nice to see you. How you doing, Chelsea?
I'm all right. I'm vibing. I'm really excited to see that G2 HEL has made it to the playoffs, and that is wonderful news. So now we just have to keep, clawing away at all the competition. Just have to keep winning.
Precisely.
Huh? That seems simple. Seems easy. Seems like something we can do. How you been feeling so far?
I've been feeling pretty good. I've been having a good week. Been doing a lot of LPL casting, doing a lot of G2 casting. We're to see the last match before playoffs proper. Again, this isn't really affecting whether we get into playoffs or not. I'm not actually sure whether it's going to affect standings either. There are a couple other teams who are quite close to us in the standings, but it'll depend a little bit on results today and what the end of the results were on Tuesday when the last day of games were. But there you are. That's where we're at right now. And so obviously this one matters quite a lot to us because it basically means that we can play for a bit of pride and potentially some standings. But the key thing is on Tuesday, we locked in playoffs, and that is great news.
Absolutely. So today we're going to be going up against MONTA Club, which you are about to watch that literally right now. And then there are other games happening as you go along the Circuito Tormenta if you guys want to keep up with it. But if you don't know what our lineups are, guys, I mean, you're here on G2 Esports, and this is G2 HEL. Now, these are our players. You've gotten to see them just literally line up the competition, just knock them down. Zenith, Sheena, Rim, Caltis, Colombe, all of them superheroes in my eyes. And then we have our opposition today. We have MONTA Club. Now, do you know anything about MONTA Club, Initialize? Because I will admit this is my first time hearing of them.
Yeah, not a huge amount. I mean, they were a little lower in the standings. They were potentially going to be competing with us for this last playoff spot, but they lost on Tuesday, and they have got themselves at 2-6. Not in a fantastic position, obviously, because we won as well. That put us 2 games ahead. So even if we lose today, it changes nothing.
There it is. You heard it here. It literally changes nothing except our pride, because we like to
Precisely.
win. Yeah,
and again, the two teams we could match and score in Universi, Instituto FP, and Kawaii Kiwis, we lost to both of them. So the head-to-head does put us in a position where it wouldn't change anything. So that in itself is locked. So at this point, MONTA, if for them, the key here is if they do win, it puts Gaming Barcelona in a tricky position because they are in the relegation zone right now, but they are tied in game score with Gaming Barcelona. So that one potentially matters there. Not quite sure how the games went today in terms of where Gaming Barcelona, in fact, they play last, they play after this. So in that sense, could be important in terms of avoiding that relegation spot, especially if then Barcelona lose the game after. But we don't want to give them that. We want to make things as hard as possible. So there will be no freebies. There will be no escaping relegation by us being nice. No, the sword is all we can offer, and possibly some guns and some magic and some other, like people yelling really loud. Like, there's a lot of weird things in League of Legends with which you kind of, threaten people with. So, who really knows?
I like to think that we can, dish out a good slice. I mean, we got swords for a reason. I like that. There's a lot of weird things on the Rift. You're absolutely right. And speaking of the Rift, we will be on patch 2511. So that means you're going to be seeing some nerfs to Cho'Gath, to Smolder. I mean, poor Smolder's been catching some strays. Diana is getting a buff. I mean, what I love is seeing Twitch getting a buff. So maybe we might get to see some of that rat action all the way down from New York City. Can't wait to see a little bit of that. And then we've seen some tweaks on Annie again, along with Aatrox and Samira. So I think that's also going to be kind of interesting when it comes to our comp. Now, I do see that Rise buff. Okay, I see y'all. And a Twisted Fate buff. All right. I see the classics coming through. I might have to dig through some of these later. Chat, how are you feeling? We didn't miss you. We didn't skip you. We see you. We see you. Right. Who are you? Hi. Nice to meet you. Right. Hi, Aki. Welcome in. Thanks for the smiles. If you're here to root for the opposition, the enemy team, remember you are on G2 Esports' channel. We are going to be biased. I'm probably going to be a little mean, and I don't apologize for it. Just a little. But Initialize, I like to think that we're still respectful, right?
Sorry, what?
Right. Totally. Yeah, don't forget, I can see you in chat, and I can deal with you. So thank you for being so sweet and so patient. And I really love you guys. Y'all are so precious.
Little note from Oxbar in Twitch chat. And this is a Twitch chat, so I have no guarantee that this is real. However, I want it to be real, and therefore I'm saying it. Namely, Oxbar90 says that Calt has promised that if she plays Twitch and has post-game interview, she's going to wear cosplay for it. Therefore, Champion Select is ready, and I need to see Caltis lock in Twitch ASAP.
Immediately. Literally immediately. All right, y'all, we got our bands. I think we got our prediction up then. Twitch. That's all we're looking for. We just need some Twitch on the screen. Pass it to me. Oh, you have proof? I love it, Par. No one says you don't come prepared at all. Yeah, can't confirm. Yeah, you know what? If we
look,
Caltis,
even if it's not real, we can bully Caltis into it anyway, because the key thing is I need to see this. That's key.
Absolutely. We need to pull the interview immediately. Sorry, Caltis. You have to talk to us after this game.
M-Test,
It
get
is
on
what
it.
it is. Yeah.
Ensure it's locked in.
You hear us. I know you're listening. Thank you.
Exactly. I know he should be. All right. Worth noting out. Obviously, we got some bans coming on through. They're basically seriously banning out Rim with the Zoe and the Talia, plus the Rel away from Cologne. Very potent right now. The Sejuani ban against Monta Club is a must ban. They played 10 games of it across the year. They've won 9 of them. Big Sejuani players. A 90% win rate on a 2-6 team is a scary place to be in. So just don't give it over. And we're going to get a hold of the Hui first pick instead. Another pick away from Rim. And something to try and give him a bit of pressure in the middle lane.
So did you see the Yorick ban from our side?
Yes.
Oh my God. This speaks to me on a level.
Yorick is really strong right now. He's super strong.
Yes, but also, like, Yorick has historically been dunked on nerf after nerf after nerf. It just feels like a kick in the teeth to see the ban.
He's so strong, right? So he's been all over pro play at this point. So tier 2's been a bit different. Basically, you have to be very good at split pushing. He is, however, really obnoxious right now. You can build him towards team fight. Basically, got a bit of a rework, and he feels a lot more potent. So some good stuff there. The XR bonk. Exactly, Yorick is goated. He feels pretty strong right now. Leona pick early on here for Cologne to give themselves some engage. Rim's going to take the fist fight in mid lane by going for a Lux into the Hui. Skill shot city there now.
Okay, I see you. And I love that. You can't kill what's already dead. Yep, that's a true Yorick statement right there. That's good and penned. All right. Yep, I'm seeing it over here on Monta Club. I can't wait to dig into their comp and see if there's like some secret goated Yorick god on their team. I'm really hyped. Okay, a Wukong. All right. Annoying. Yeah, and we're hovering that yeah. A little fairy kid over here. Wait a minute. What else are we picking? Is this real? Let me know.
So Emilio is really good with certain things, but I think the Nico here would be a lot stronger. It's very, very potent right now. It gives you a big engage tool. Pairs it well with the Wukong. If you both press R at the same time, lots of circles. The Venn diagram of Doom comes out, and the overlap is a bad place to be. You can have Hui follow up as an artillery piece. It all works out quite nicely. I will also say Lux not fantastic necessarily at managing either of them if they're off vision. Sheena, though, is going to go back towards an old faithful in the Rek'Sai. We saw them trying to make this work with the Shen earlier in the split. Didn't quite come off, but it is something that Sheena loves to pick up. And it's always been a bit of a pocket pick of hers.
Absolutely. All reliable. We love to see it. Okay, so that's how it's shaped up so far. We've got our Hui, our Wukong, our Nico on Monta Club side, and we have Leona, and of course Lux and Rek'Sai on G2 HEL side. Leona, I love seeing a Leona because I just feel like it's almost like a Braum almost. It's just super reliable, super aggressive, always there for you.
It's one of the better engaged support options. You can be quite tanky with your Eclipse if you time things right, and that's always been the key with Leona. It's the mini gamers. Did you press W at the right time? Have you got your shield up? And obviously your ult is non-committal. Compared to like a Nautilus or whatever, you often have to go flying into the enemy team. Not that Leona doesn't do that, obviously, but your Solar Flare, big AoE CC, that is something you can throw out and kind of go fishing with. You don't have to commit your body into it like you do with an Alistair or whatever, or a Rel. So there is that kind of side of it too.
They got the Renekton out of there along with the Vayne, so not giving our mid or our top really any quarter. Not mad at that at all. And okay, no Warwick. I see y'all. Interesting fans over here on our side. I see that they did some research. I want to see this team play regularly. I want to see MC play, or Mint, as I like to call them. I want to see Mint play, offline. Just chill games, because they have interesting comps over here. All right, we got one more band. We're just waiting for them to lock in.
Getting rid of picks for Zenith particularly here, I think, is the idea.
There it
Gwen,
is.
Vayne are our two Zenith picks. And again, the Warwick and the Renekton, big picks for their top laner as well in terms of what we see a little bit from solo queue and stuff. So trying to get a hold of that. Ambessa being debated is something that their top has put a lot of time into, so we're stealing it away and just trying to say, yeah, we don't think you have a champion pool to work with it.
Period. Oh, this scares me. If they do pick my boy, I will be a little terrified.
You can theoretically bully an Ambessa. Not that easy, but you can do things like ignore the public execution. You can try and just say, I out-heal you at low HP, so don't have very much fun with this. They're going to lock it in. I have to say, I've not seen a lot of the Ambessa-Olaf matchup, so forgive me.
Yeah.
Assuming, of course, that Olaf is going in the jungle. I suppose the world where the Wukong goes top and the Olaf goes jungle, but it's been a long time since Wukong was truly a solo laner, so I suspect that will be just heading straight towards the top lane.
All right, we'll see how that works. Now, the moment we've been waiting for, will we get our Twitch gameplay today? That's all we care. Yep, we're waiting. We're waiting, Par. We're waiting.
That's Hui bot lane.
Hui bot.
Because
all right.
they've locked in the Ahri. That's a wild draft. Okay.
That is something.
So, another diver. Basically, everyone but the Hui can go jumping in on people. The Wukong, the Olaf Bash Bros, you've got the Nikov, the already set people up with a lot of pick CC. You can go jumping over loads of walls with these guys. Hui can follow up from miles away with the ult and his QW and stuff. So he's got ability to kind of like be an artillery piece to back people up. I think the Tristana then makes quite a lot of sense because you are going to need to try and jump away from a lot of people attempting to take your head off from quite short range.
Just wanted a hover. You know, I just wanted a hover. That's all. Just a quick hover. Acknowledge us. But no, you're absolutely right. Nice disengage. But we are sad. Yeah, no Twitch. Feels bad. Well,
no cosplay today.
But please, go ahead, initialize if there are any other notes that you have for our comps today. I'm going to get our predictions going. Anything interesting leaping out at you?
I'm just going to keep an eye on the fact that appears to be a Lux bot lane currently in the Tristana mid.
Yep.
So...
That's something. It's a day. It's a day.
Chelsea, just so you know, your camera's decided to kill itself, so I don't know what you did. Why did you turn your camera off? What did it do?
Oh my lord. Okay, you know what? This is somehow here. It's fine because y'all can still hear me, and it's all about
my co-cast is so unprofessional. That's
Clearly,
right, correct. Just me now. Yeah, that's it. This is all you need. It's just me. How are you all doing, chat? Chelsea's breaking things.
I broke some stuff.
This is why we need like news, guys, because otherwise Chelsea just crashes out live on stream like this, and you can't have that.
Literally.
I miss Chelsea already. So do I. Clinical Travis. Also, great name, very aesthetic or evocative. All of these things. I blame Mango. Also reasonable. Though Mango, of course, is a Cloud9 rival for a very different game. So I feel like one of the goats of Smash probably isn't necessarily a League of Legends saboteur. But who knows? All right, chat. How are we feeling about the drafts? I, personally, kind of like it as we're on to the Rift. Going to try and find some value here on a bit of an invade. The side of MNT.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
You back?
Can you still hear me? I mean, you don't need my face for this. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're totally good. I'll fix all this later. Sorry, my face just broke the camera. It couldn't handle all of that.
They couldn't handle the face card.
Exactly.
I can't deal with this.
Exactly. And I do blame Mango. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for that. Yeah. I'm clearly breaking everything today. It's just...
Chelsea, why would you do this?
Sorry, I don't even know. I don't know what's going on today. Everything is breaking around me. Oh my goodness. We have a weird comp. Our game's paused a minute in. My camera's broken. I'm dying of cringe. Exactly. Well,
you listen to the sages of the internet, and they tell you to kill the part of you that cringes, not the part of you that is cringe.
Exactly. That's real. No, that's beautiful, actually.
Also, like fun fact, by the way, Chelsea. You know the Dies of Cringe emote? Do you know what movie that is from?
No. What movie is that from?
Killer Bean. It's like The Matrix, but with like various kinds of baked beans fighting each other, but horribly animated, like bad VeggieTales animation.
I love Killer Bean. I never knew what it was called. I I never
Killer
knew what
Bee,
it was
yeah.
called. I pulled up the emote immediately, or the scene immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's genuinely one of the worst ever created. It's wonderfully awful.
Oh, it's awful, but I supported the journey. That was like years in
Yeah.
the making.
Yeah, Killer Bean, the guy who's dying, is legitimately, Killer Bean is the code name for an assassin baked bean. That is what
Exactly.
this is.
No, that's beautiful. Well, hopefully we don't replicate that in the first 5 minutes of the game. I mean, we're going back and forth from the lanes really, really quickly. Like, I feel like we're Faker right now. Just tab, tab, tab. Up top is looking pretty even so far. Let me check. Oh no, we're getting a little shoved out in the first 3 minutes. Just got to do a little bit of catch up. It's too early to call, but I mean we're having a little fun, bot. That's nice. Hold on, let me see. If you didn't know, initialize. Mango is my husband, so if they blame, if they blame Mango, that's why.
Yeah. Is that
Usually
Mango
his
of
fault.
Smash Bros fame?
No, not that Mango. I did get to meet
Because that's
that
where I
Mango.
went in my brain. I was like, wow, you're married to a Smash Bros star?
I know.
It's like, oh my god, give me his
Hey.
autograph.
It's funny, they have been in the same room. They have.
Oh, no
which is
way.
hilarious. Yeah. He was shocked. He's like, your name's Mango? And he's like, yeah, but like for real. You poser.
So is that his real name? Is that his actual real name? Is Mango? That's amazing.
Yes. Yeah, I know. Our parents, right?
Does
They
he
make
does he
choices.
play Mewtwo? Does he have thoughts on Hungry Box? Where's he
Yeah.
at in
Oh,
life?
yes, he sure does. No, he really does. He plays a lot of fighting games. So he has a lot of thoughts on all of those players, especially Mango. So what a day. What a time. You have to talk to him sometime. Oh, look at,
This could be
hey.
a great time to set it up.
Ooh,
Maybe he
ooh.
can come on Lag News. Can we get him as a guest? As,
Yeah,
credit to
absolutely.
Rim there, by the way. Great trading onto the
I
Ari.
saw that.
Especially after she missed the charm.
But she was drilling that Ari down. Let me see what else is popping off. We got them teleporting back mid. Nothing too crazy going on. I mean, Rek'Sai is hanging out near River. Leona is out here just looking around. I wonder what they're trying to shape up. We might get something happening mid or bot soon. That's what I'm predicting. And hey, I'm so sorry if y'all missed those predictions. We did put some channel points down. So if you want to, get in on that, I hope you did. I'll be paying them out after we get our results. All right, let me see what's going on here. We're not even 5 minutes in,
Nope.
just like we said. Got a little catch up happening up top. Zenov not far behind. And then, yeah, everybody's still pretty even. Chill game. Even for this comp, chill game.
So far, so good. Again, we are in a bit of a position where once we hit level 6, we want to be kind of push the trigger a little bit. We've got the actual AD carry in the Tristana, but it's not in the bot lane because we're going in mage into mage, which makes things quite interesting. Sheena's going to try and play with this gank top side. Does get the flash and the ghost out of Hachi Pirata. There we go. I had to figure out how to say that one correctly. So we'll see how that one manages.
Absolutely.
Countess eats the blooming burst. Tango
Ooh,
Bob's lamp, but Leona's going to go in. Bit of a weird lane, right? Because the Sway plus the
Yeah.
Nico, the double mage, can get very obnoxious as long as they hit their skill shots. They will just have a bit more damage. Top side, though, going for this dive. Nice kill. Does end up
Nice.
turning into a 1-for-1, though, as Sheena can't quite get out from under the turret. But again, this is an Olaf without TP. That wave is being lost top side, so it is still pretty significant.
Absolutely. And I'm glad we won that coin toss. We got our first blood. So it gives us a little bit of an advantage. Hopefully, our Mbessa can use that and spread that across the next 5 minutes. We'll see how that goes. And they went the exact opposite direction of what I predicted. I thought we were about to get a skirmish bot, but no, they flipped top, which is nice. I like seeing more support heading top's way early game. I think it sets us up a little better. Now, we have Rek'Sai doing their path. We're hanging out bot. Yue's trying to run back. Had a little action mid. It's anyone's game, y'all. I mean, it's only been 6 minutes. So we're just going to wait and see what shakes out here. If you didn't know, G2 HEL is 4-4 in this division. Mint is 2 victories and 6 losses. So it's on the line for Mint. The ball is in G2 HEL's court. So we're going to see how this shakes out.
That'll be the idea. we're in a decent-ish spot here. Early back was definitely better for Zenith, and it's actually got the triple dagger plus or longsword rather, plus the cloth armor. Full boots were picked up by Patsy, and of course they did get the kills. That matches a little bit there, but it's still a pretty good back for the Ambessa, who's got that teleport to work with as well. So feeling pretty happy here. She collects the wave. It could definitely be in an alright spot here. Not too much else to write home about. It's a pretty quiet early game outside of that kind of fight up top side.
Right. Yeah, we had a little skirmish. We did a back and forth, and that's really been about it. It's probably gonna pop off around like the 10-minute mark, where somebody just gets a grip. Someone's gonna grab someone's ankle, drag them through the river, and then it's gonna be a snowball. That's what I'm feeling.
Likely the case. Zenith needs to be a bit aware as Enric is just around here. How aggressive do you want to play?
Literally that?
Yeah, I know. You did kind of mention it. Yeah.
Did I? No, Zenith. Wait. Okay, good.
She's all right. She's all right.
She's
Sheena's
fine.
also around here. And remember, this Rek'Sai can go through the wall quite aggressively. So it's actually going to try and sneak into the bushes. And has done a pretty good job of that. They have no idea that the Rek'Sai is in here.
Maybe we'll reverse it and drag them through the bushes instead of the river. Yeah.
That'll do. That counts. I'm all right with that.
I'm happy with that, because Zenith getting dragged through the river. Oh, well, I mean, a little engaged there. It always freaks me out as any laner when someone gets a little too aggressive. I'm like, okay, you have somebody in the wings. You have somebody waiting. Got it. But maybe I'm a paranoid player. All right, we got our first set of grubs. Let's see who's going to grab those first. I mean, Sheena's right there. So, yeah, I would have been shocked if she didn't lock those down. So those are our first set of grubs. And I believe we have a Drake up. And we have that Chemtech Drake. Someone's pinging it as we speak. I think Mint is going for it. And then if we glance back at our CS, top lane, just a little bit behind. Not something that you can't not close that distance.
Caltus needs to be a little bit wary here.
Yeah.
Pinkman should be all right here. Stangle Bobs go wide. He's coming over. He's going to ult for this. Caltus may need to flash here. Good light binding, so gets out to safety. But it's going to be zoned off this bot side turret, which is fairly significant. Going to drop a wave here as a result.
I see they were setting up for... Oh, but did it work for them?
Pop Blossom isn't fantastic, but Sheena does go down. Turned around, though, as they manage to pick up the Wukong 1-for-1 in terms of the jungles. Rim may need to hop away towards the blast cone, and will do so. Can OPT look for a flash? Gets the charm. Flash for flash.
Flash for flash. I know that did not go the way Sheena wanted it to. One for none, never fun. I think they wanted to get them off of their path towards the Drake, but that engage was... Yeah, no, my Sheena. No. All right, I'm going to pin that because that was hilarious. We'll see how
my Sheena.
Right. Let's see if we can get a take two. I mean, it kind of worked.
Sheena's all right with like it was a 1-for-1 at the end of the world, and like who got the kill? It was their Nico, which is whatever, the worst person that it could have gone to, really.
Yeah.
Not that Nico's bad with gold. Accelerating Nico gets her to items, and she might otherwise not get, and that's annoying. However, ours went towards a Tristana. That's a lot more valuable. Gets her towards Wild Arrows early. These are good things for us to have happen. And we're largely okay with that one.
Yeah, in the overall grand scheme of things, we're okay. We just don't like doing... Oh, but Rim. Are we going to be able to disengage from this?
I think she's okay. Needs to wait for the charm that's going to come on up. I think Rim's about to die here, unfortunately. Yeah, just gets walked at. And with the roam up from the Nico, gets a lot of good value there. All
right. Yep, it's been 10 minutes, and we started to see things kind of warm up here, where we're starting to really poke at our opponents' defenses. Sheena trying to be really aggressive around these objectives. No one has taken this Drake yet. And yes, if you're asking, my camera is still broken, so I am going to try to fix that. No one asked, but I still like to inform you guys. All right, they're pulling that Drake out. Are we going to fight for this? Do we think this is worth it? I'm seeing the pings here. We're gathering up. And we've slowly pushed them out. We had the TP in. And they've just slowly disengaged. All right.
They don't want this fight. That's fine.
They didn't want it. Yeah.
Zenith does need to go kick up a wave somewhere at some point, because Olaf is kind of getting a little bit of an advantage here off that in terms of picking up some more CS. Zenith did leave to go join us for that dragon, so dropping a wave, slightly frustrating there. It's going to give 20-odd CS up to that Olaf, which is a bit concerning. See how it all turns into.
Yeah.
Sheena.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Face checking this. Pop Blossom after, but over they go. Get to the binding onto Ukulum. Going to try and find a way in, but it's too little too late. The Solar Flare comes on down, trying to get a hold of the Wukong. It'll end up being a jungler for a jungler trade. Over goes Zenith, gets that kill. Nice work. Has burned the flash for it. Paxi also now up a level, and Zenith in danger. About to get run into her own turrets. Colum is split off. Where is the Tristana and the rest of our squad? Not going to be around. So it ends up being a 1-for-1. Zenith, Colum, unfortunately got rooted before she got to get involved off a good angle there from Pinkman.
Right. Yeah, that... You know, this gameplay so far, very interesting. Very loose. I'll give it that. It feels like we're just kind of going with the flow. Making some mistakes, but also trying to keep up the best we can. We are behind in our gold now. So I'm sure that we're going to, you know, make up the difference in the next 3 minutes or so. I mean, we got that Drake. We do have another set of grubs coming through. Hopefully we can secure all of them. But we'll see how that goes, chat. Thanks for all those emotes. Yes, throw it back. We love seeing a Zenith kill. Yeah, we got an ambassador that's 2-0, though. Olaf
the problem is the ambassador's also down a level because she's dropped 25-odd CS and a couple plates, partly because she's come to join some plays, which is nice and all, but it has come at cost. So it's not quite as simple as Zenith's got 2 kills, keeping her in the game, but Pinkman's on a really good roam here, so it's going to make things quite interesting. We're also going to try and make a play mid at the same time. Solar Flare forces the ult. Top side, Zenith about to get dove here, I think, as Pinkman's coming on over. Charm lands onto Rim. Ends up being about a 1-for-1 in terms of damage. Yeah, Zenith needs to leave here.
Precisely. Yeah.
We're going to lose turret off this? I think we might, actually. Because Zenith can't stick around and we're not really getting any plays elsewhere. So this is a rough trade, actually. They're going to get a lot of value out of this.
We got Sheena mid. Let's see what they're going to try to do here. Are they trying to call them down from top? We got all 3 of us here, so we're trading at least. Maybe get some more turret gold. But they're not in such dire straits as Zenith was. Zenith was by themselves. They've got 2 mids. They can at least throw some stuff back. And then Caltus anyway going 1-for-1 down here.
Can we get the pick off here? I think we're going to try and interrupt this. There's the final spot. Get some good value. Can try and interrupt this flash for the Zenith blade. Tries to get the immobilized in with that use of the spiraling despair. Colum tanks a lot of turret shots. And we pick up the kill under the turret nice and cleanly. Flash. As Enric goes looking for the Cyclone, gets the slow, gonna get turned around on, gets a double Cyclone, and Colum will likely die here. The shield, the binding goes wide. Enric trying to go Nimbus striking forwards. They're TPing in. Caltus now in danger, but Rim hops forward, looking for some autos. But there's the Tangle Barbs. Good value as they end up making that a 1-for-1. As Enric goes jumping on in with the Cyclone to get some value. Now Pinkman can look to potentially jump on Rim here with this Olaf, who has to back away. I think actually we're in a pretty scary spot here as we've dropped a lot of waves and the turret topside and got the kill going back against it. We've dropped 1,000 gold and they got the feats of strength. I think it's looking a little rough for us here in this early game.
Yes, it is. It's been about 15 minutes now, so I was hoping we'd have a little more ground that we got the Drake, we got the grubs, but they've gone and
Rim's dead.
Pushed on our turrets. Yeah, Rim.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, does at least get the Void Assault to get something back. Pinkman gonna get jumped on, but again we just don't have damage. Where's the rest of the squad? Not coming anytime soon. So I think that's just gonna be the Nico getting to walk away to safety. Did kill off the Olaf, but again a 1-for-1, not what we need at this point in the game. And Opportunity's coming down, and now Sheena's about to die. Flash charm, good angle, and another kill going the way of Monta rather. Colum now in danger, has got another ult to work with. Wait for the Nico route, goes just wide, and we get out to safety.
Well, there it is, y'all. It has been interesting 16 minutes, I'll say. I mean, we've got 2 enemies with gold bounties. And just like Initialize says, also pay attention to that CS. I mean, top lane, they've had to give Zenith some kills to keep up, but they are behind in that CS. And on top of that, they've been keeping up in all the other lanes. But I think we need to start pushing more on those turrets. At the very least, we need to secure something because they've taken 2 of ours now. And we don't want to be in a deficit. Let's see. Oh, we've got our Drake appearing. Let's see. I mean, we've got everyone converging there now. Something has to happen here.
Dragon starting up. Sheena on top of it, got 2 items now. That's a pretty good start on that front. And again, we'll hit a point where some of our scaling becomes really difficult for them to deal with because we've got double range. The Tristana, the Lux becomes very difficult. They don't have the consistent AD carry, so their ability to take turrets from range, unless they're diving, not that easy. The Herald will help them a little bit with that in terms of attacking that mid lane turret. And again, because of Rim being quite willing to move, has ended up with the Ahri getting a lot of shove onto that turret, taking about half it already, so a very easy Herald drop there to potentially claim that. We've also just not gotten any turrets yet, partly because we have been collapsed on a fair amount, so we need to track how that goes over the next few minutes as well.
Absolutely. Okay. You hold on to chat's hand. I'll be right back, everybody.
I believe you're right, guys.
All right.
Chelsea's not going anywhere. Absolutely not. There's no resets required. There's no tech issues. It's not just me here.
Yeah, I'm just getting
As a
water or
result,
something.
exactly. So don't stress about it. Nothing's going wrong. Actually, I say that Olaf is just running at Tristana. That's a bad time. Why is Colum going in while Sheena's leaving? I think Colum's about to die a horrible death here as Ragnar rock and roll. And a 3rd kill to the Olaf. That was a little bit split call there. Not quite sure how that one turned out the way it did. So, unfortunate moment there. The Tristana kind of just got hit by some undertows and then everyone left and Colum went in. And so Colum died slightly awkwardly. Don't really want that to happen. Final spark used to blow up the way. Can use the Lucent Singularity to claim the cannon minion, and we'll do so. The Herald drop mid means that this turret is going to fall. No real way to stop that. Actually going to try and drive at Kaltus there, I wonder, but not going to happen. They'll take that turret. Still a few minutes until the next dragon, and the Wukong going to potentially get driven on here. Gets a clone, and Sheena's gone too deep. She's so dead. Going to try and fold aside in. Dies to some of the Hui passive TP behind. Looking to potentially find an angle as Zenith can look to get some damage down on towards this Olaf. The Pop Blossom gets 2. Still trying to run at this Olaf, who just gets to keep running away. Please keep following Zenith as Rim going to try and get some damage down. The Ahri getting some work done on the other side. Final Spark gets another. Is traded back. That gets a reset over towards the Ahri and the Tristan. Zenith, though, is waiting. Gets a fair amount of damage back. Can look for some more. Charm goes wide. It's a 2 for 2 in the long run of things. Can we get any more here off this mid lane shove as Ahri may need to be reset here? Can anyone find a way to stop this? Can potentially TP back in and we'll have that opportunity. Dragon, 2 minutes off. But it's just me, guys. Where's your Team Mango emote? Yeah, I need that one too. I'm joining Team Mango just to really rub it in Chelsea's face. Rem going to shove up top side. Did get a couple of those kills there. Sheena struggling to stay alive in some of these fights. But then again, that's happened to the Wukong as well. I'll note the Ahri. Interesting to go towards the Lich Bane build here as well. So, was a big build on Ahri last year. These days, you don't see quite so much of it. But it's really good in the split push if you can weave. That's the one I'm looking for. Some autos in. Can be quite scary. Flash for the knockup with the Unburrow. Oh my days. She disappeared. Damn. Well, that's a good kill. And the Dark Steel stacks disappear. Atacam being started. Tristana could TP down here. Do we have any idea this is happening? I think we must do at this point. Gonna try to throw some vision down. Not being taken all that fast. Again, they don't have an actual AD carry, so their consistent damage on things like Atacon quite low, really. Olaf's not bad. It's not the end of the world. Still haven't got a turret here, which making things a bit problematic. Good buffer through the Tangle Barbs. Again, Nico can just turn into some random creature of the rift and hide away from sight. Olaf just eats all of the damage there from Rim. The explosive on top, not quite enough to get the turret. I think Rim only needs to get an extra shot, and that is gone. Good sweeper, but due to a little split here, Kaltus needs to be really aware. Oh, guys, what was that? Sat in a bush. Gets collapsed on by 4 members. Not respectful enough from the vision. Just not good enough. Rim just get that turret at the very least, but that was a bit far. Might be now getting collapsed on. Colum is split off, and the gang squad continues. Colum split off from help. Rim's not going to come and support this, I don't think. The 3v2 is not happening. Colum's going to try and run away. Solar Flare isn't going to track onto Enric. But here comes the rest. Rim's still sticking around. Odapi's here as well. This is a 4v1. Currently, as Colum goes down, Rim's still not backed. Gonna see whether someone should leave. Why is Rim in here? You're still there. What is this Tristana doing? Rim? Hello? Still going to potentially look to trade on this one. Odapi needs to be a little wary, but this is going to be a bit of a tricky position. TP coming in. Atakan now down to half HP. Sheena over the wall. Colum can't join, but Kaltis certainly can. Zenith also around. The light binding onto the Olaf. Forces the Ragnarok and look for the smite steal. And it is secured. Nice work and a kill afterwards onto the Olaf. They pick up that Nico as well. Psycho comes up and Heinrich needs to run away. Hit by the Void Assault. Does Sheena have an ultimate to work with? No, she does not. So can't follow. And so despite the fact that I got a bit messy there with 2 people getting picked up beforehand, we still get the Atacard, we still get 2 kills, and we still get to Soul Point. Not bad in the grand scheme of things. Wave those flags. Correct, Zenith now 4-0-1. Feeling very pleased. Zenith, well, let's have a look again. Cuts TP's in, lands the light binding, forces the ult early from the Olaf. Sheena comes on in, it's a smite fight, and the explosive charge on the Olaf's head makes everyone very sad indeed. Beautiful stuff. Right. It's 22 kills in 22 minutes. My kind of game. Luden Shadow Flame done for Kaltis, so hits like a truck if she gets the opportunity to land a combo. 2.5 items done for Rim as well, who's been farming very well. And despite the early turret pressure the Olaf has got, Zenith has still managed to get 4 kills. Still at 2 items. Is just fine in this game. Enric, you can't afford to miss your smite like that. That one kind of sucks. I miss Chelsea, folks. Don't know where she's gone. My lag news host is not here. So it's just me wondering what I do by myself. We've got a little bit until our next objective, towards the Atakan is down. Baron's not for a minute and a half. Dragon not for another 4 minutes. So at this point, G2, I think, are going to want to try and claim at least a South Starter turret. Get that down and help bring the gold lead actually in our favor, I think, here with this one. Should be at least even. There you go, 100 gold in the favor. But we already said, look, Monta, if you're going to draft a comp like this, you need the early game snowball to come on through, because eventually you're going to hit this point where the consistent DPS falls off. You're very melee focused, you're very cooldown focused, your boast is very good, your skirmishing is very good, but you don't have an AD carry to kind of finish up what the burst starts. If your RE starts falling behind the curve, that's not quite happened as yet, or the Olaf doesn't have a good fight, and again, not very tanky here with the Death Dance per se, can end up in a pretty tricky position in the game. And the early leads have kind of dwindled. We've got the early grubs, we've gotten the first 3 dragons, a Cloud Soul on people like Leona, a Tristana, even a Rek'Sai actually having that ability to go moving around after the Void Assault can be very tricky to manage indeed. Sheena throws out a Prey Seeker. Not to all that much avail. Red buff nabbed. Rim. Just hanging around here as Monta tried to be as frustrating as possible. Just going as a big grouped up death ball in the jungle. It's what they've done quite a lot of across the mid game. Tremor Sense is sparking and spotting some people out. Let's see where people are moving around in the river there. 2 minutes till Dragon now. So last opportunity really to put vision top side of the map before we need to start considering that Cloud Dragon. And then a couple options become available to G2 help. They can either look to play for that Dragon and Soul, or look for the Baron, and both are big wins there, because Monta would only be getting their first Drake of the game. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. With 3 items now on this Tristana, you can cull through objectives pretty fast. Rek'Sai not bad at it either, especially with the fury of the Xerxai running as well. Do a lot of work. Trying to remember exactly what the increased Q autos are called from Rek'Sai. It's been a little while. The last time I looked was when Sheena was playing it last. Queen's Wrath. That's what it is, not Fury of the Xerxai. That's the passive, isn't it? Xerxai. Not too much happening over these last few moments. I think everyone's trying to build towards their third items where they can. Nearly a death cap. Death cap is Zeron. Not quite there, though. Aether Wisp in inventory for Kaltis. Could look towards a few different items with that one. Try and catch a Venric here. He's level 13. Down a level to this Rek'Sai, which is a bit frustrating for them. Big fight, 30 seconds. Where do MONTA want to go? Because G2HEL look to try and trade out whatever they want here. Zenith being jumped at. Gets hit by the Tangle Barbs, but it's only the single Nico. Zenith can reset. Has the TP. There's the Infinity Edge, also done alongside the little Dominic's regards for Rim, so hurts a lot right now with the Wild Hours fully stacked for a little while now. No vision in this bot side river. Oh, Lucent Singularity begins to sting as well. Ow. No one has anything resembling magic resist, really. Merc treads about it. Solar Flare onto 2, into the final spark, into the backline goes Column. Gets the ult out of this Ahri early. Zenith wide with the public execution, but big chunk onto the Ahri is very valuable. Looking for the charm, misses it as Sheena tunnels.
I'm back.
They have to play this fight on half HP. Chelsea, welcome back, and good timing. We've got a dragon fight coming up. Be solved for us. We've just done a lot of work to chunk out MONTA. Flash away onto the side of Rim, who got caught out by the charm. That's problematic. We'll have to play out the 4v5 without our AD carry from the mid lane. How did that happen off screen?
Man.
The clone we picked off there. That's really unfortunate. Rim, were you just shoving mid unawares of where people could be? Awkward.
I saw that we had a big smite earlier. I was catching up as I was getting out groceries and all that, guys. But man, all right, it's a real fight here. We have the gold advantage, which is nice to see. Well, we did. They've been shoving it back. I see Mitten has been working real hard to give us no quarter. Yeah, and they got that Drake. Welp, what have I missed? What's going on?
Well, we had been controlling the map and it had been a bit quiet, but we got the soul point and we've done a really good job of chunking people out. And then Rim, and I hate to say it this way, kind of entered in mid lane, just off screen. Literally just walked forwards in mid into 4 people and died. It was not great.
Maybe it was a comms thing,
Oops.
you know? Maybe they were trying to turn on him. I'm gonna try to. I got you, Rim. I'm gonna try to see the vision there. I'm gonna try to see the vision. But yeah, just not well timed at all. I mean, I see that we've been doing some work up top, trying to close that, CS difference, trying to keep up with top lane. Zenith has not died once this game, and I know that's got to feel at least some, got to feel good. Now, Sheena has been going in. Sheena's been everywhere, literally shaping up for this mid assault right now. You can see Leona, Lux closing in, just waiting for that. Oh, let's see if they had the right comms, just enough vision.
Oh, nice!
Nice. That was a beautiful, beautiful wave, just destroyed. I mean, we all know Kaltis likes to aim for the pretty boys.
She does.
Yeah.
It's true. She had I believe the term is femboy. It's her thing.
Sorry. Femboys. I have to use the proper terminology here. Yeah, Kaltis will eat up some femboys, and I think this kind of opened us up for this Baron. I want to say it's a Baron bait. Yeah, because we're not really melting it at all. We're just trying to see if anybody else wants to dip into the pool. Anybody? Anybody want to go for a swim?
Trying to bait this Baron. Enric can try and get in, but is being zoned off by Column. Gonna find the Ahri looking for an angle, misses that, but the Pop Blossom engage is superb! Public execution in the backline, trying to kill off the Ahri, who's continuing to ult away. Zenith now way too deep, is in a 1v3, could nearly get the ult, but she's still got an ult charge, and it's just too far. And now they have the opportunity to start a Baron. Great flash engage from Pinkman alongside the heal to keep people up, and that's gonna be a problem.
Goodness, I felt like we were trying to do a little bait, like a little dance in the river. It just did not work out for us. Now we're down 2. I mean, we still have our jungle if we wanted to steal something, but I don't know. They're zoning us out pretty well.
But a blast cone and a tunnel, not that hard, easy to keep.
That's true.
As a Rek'Sai out of the pit, TP available for both of our solo laners. Pretty much Zenith's, I think, will be up just about in time to make this work. 8 seconds on Rim, down to 4,000 HP. I think Sheena is going to try and blast cone in a second. Can look to find her way in. Blast cone and makes it a smite fight! Stolen away! She's done it again.
I love to see it.
That's 2 steals.
I love to see 2 steals in one game. I'm glad I was here for one of them. Evening up our gold deficit. Just about. That was beautiful. That was just beautiful to see. I mean, let's keep it beautiful though. We still gotta, I feel like we're in it for the long haul. It's already been 30 minutes. I went to go and barter for my camera back. I still can't. The tech gods are against me today. So y'all just gonna get me a voice. Oh,
I put a ham in your servers.
thanks.
Decided,
Sam.
you know?
See,
You're so welcome.
Sam Ham. It rhymes. I don't
Mango
know why.
hired me. I lied to you about not knowing him. That's what it is.
You
He
know
hired
what?
me to
That
mess with you.
tracks, actually. We're gonna
Team
have-
Mango over here. Let's
Oh
go.
my God. Not another. I'm over it.
Hey, it's too easy. It's too easy.
Teammate,
Tell him I
please.
said hello.
I will.
Are we still on for breakfast tomorrow? I'm flying in specially.
You might not find him though, but I will tell him you said hello. You might find him in pieces. Thanks for that. Hopefully the girls can pick up my pieces. Let's see how they handle the next 5 minutes of this game. Is Olaf scary now? Do you think Olaf's scary from what you've seen?
Olaf is pretty scary, but the thing is, he's hitting this point, right, where he doesn't really have much backup in terms of Enchanter or someone to keep him alive. He can follow up on something like the Wukong or the big Nico engages, but if he's going in by himself, it's very possible, especially if he doesn't keep hitting people, for him to just die a horrible death. He needs to hit people to lifesteal, he'll need to hit to get the ult continue to run. If he gets that and gets like multiple 1v1s or gets the fractured fights where people keep running away from him, he can do quite a lot of work there, but it's not as easy at this stage in the game as it was, say, 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, when Olaf's at the real peak of power. Still definitely scary if he gets to wail on a Tristan or whatever, but not a guarantee.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm feeling too, Oxpar. I see you in the chat. This game has been, it didn't start off like, hot and heavy or anything, but man, the plays felt really loose. It feels like
22 kills in 12 minutes. We had like 22 kills in 22 minutes. It was a kill-a-minute game.
Yeah.
And that's been a bit problematic. But we've got the Baron, remember, because of that steal. So we're going to trade out the second dragon, which is not the end of the world. We're going to try and use it to get some extra structure gold. And again, the gold lead is nominally in our favor for like the first time in forever. So we'll take that option.
Yeah, we need this. Even if it's just half a game, we need it. And we're using it. Look at us. Rotating well. Went from mid to top, just pressing that jungle where we can. All right, let's see if can we make this tower fall? I mean, that cannon is doing work right now.
Can try and make this one interesting for sure. Pop lost him in from Pigman! Oh, this Nico has been so damn good. That I think will be the end of it. Zenith is going to try and run away best she can, but she surely falls, trading up with the RE, getting a lot of lifesteal. The Omnivamp is good. Flash away from the last auto keeps her alive, but that is a reset. Colum goes Zenith blading in, but Calc's got nowhere to run. It's going to be the ace in favor of MONTA.
Ooh, chow, what a fight. 4 for none. Free 99.
And they end the game here?
Oh, I hope not. But it does feel like they can. I mean,
they've got 20 seconds on Rim and Sheeta, and they're onto the Nexus turrets. Colum needs to do a lot of work here somehow. Has she got Solar Flare, potentially Solar Flare the minions? That might have to be the call. Rim, up in 10 seconds. They will have no teleports to work with right now. Zeron could theoretically join with that TP to hold some minions in places. They're only going to go for just the inhibitor and leave it at that. But that was not great. And again, the Nico engage does us in. We are not respecting it. We are getting caught by it every damn time.
Yeah, that Nico. Yep, sneaky little Nico just waiting in the wings. And Hiwei doing their best to kind of even the odds for the next time they engage our Nexus. Making sure they have that wave ready to go. So they have more options. Oh, goodness. Did I hear a laugh in the jungle? That was terrifying.
Yeah, I don't actually know what from. Maybe Rek'Sai, but Rek'Sai just sort of makes weird croaking noises.
Right. I was looking around like, where's that coming from? But okay. Chat, let us know if there are any demons in the jungle. Oh, I definitely missed it. All right. G2 trying to do damage control. Trying to keep their lanes as pushed as possible. Our mid is exposed. Honestly, these next 5 minutes I feel are it. If we can't get it here, we're gonna be dragging the game out forever. All right. Yeah. We're poking around, seeing where they're at, trying to get more information, throwing those wards down. But will it help Cologne if we get Cologne? Wow, I love Cologne so much. Because that's just an energy. Ooh, and Pink. Ooh, the damage they just did on Pinkman was scary.
Yeah,
Lux.
exactly. This Lux, if she can hit people, does a lot of damage. The issue is basically being that they've got a lot of tools to dive onto a very mobile backline, especially if Rim is being a little disrespectful with some of the positioning. Has died. She was like 3-1, is now 3-5. We could be doing better there.
Yeah, poor Rim. Okay, waiting on that next Baron. Just rising from the depths. Yeah, we stole that last one. So, are we gonna sacrifice some of our players for this? Oh, I mean the damages are there.
Just the clone.
Yeah, just the clone. Damages are there. I love to see it.
Again, part of the issue as well is the last time we tried a Baron, we kind of fumbled it. Yeah. We had to rescue it. But 2 people died in the setup, and it all got very awkward. So we need to do a little better than that this time around. Trying to get shove in mid lane, threaten through that. Dragon again in 50 seconds would be sold for us as well. So a good fight here gets a lot of value. Light binding onto the clone. Great read on that so far from Kaltis. Big damage onto Parata. He's going to eat an explosive charge. Loses 20% of their HP bar. And again, they've got the Death's Dance, so it'll bleed down further over the next 5 seconds or so. And that's half the HP bar just gone from the Olaf.
Oh, there it is. Literally. All right.
They're going to try and shove it into our base here. Yeah, that's a bit problematic.
Gotta stop them. We got their
Like execution to the back, so we have to keep it on Zenith. Hang on. Zenith's forced to go to the Ahri. She's just killed the Ahri.
Wait, what? Oh, we got it like in the corner of the screen.
That was really good work from Zenith. Massive pick. Now it's a 4v5 and a core part of their team. A lot of the damage. The person who's followed up on the Nico, found some fantastic charms. Opportunity's had a really good game. That's going to hurt them. Rim on his side is split off from the team, though. Needs to be very wary. Going to get Blasco and rubs away after the rocket blast. Trying to find some options. Gets flashed on. Going to try and get away out here, but flashes over the wall. Where the Wukong is waiting and Rim dies as well. Ah, so frustrating. We'd gotten the pick and then up with Rim getting caught out as well. What was the decision making there? Unfortunate stuff.
Yeah, it's like this back and forth. They were about to go for our mid. Zenith stopped them. We get distracted. Rim gets kind of chomped up in their jungle, but we're back on their side. But now Sheena's over here trying to solo this dragon. And we're really split right now. We're split between literally 3 places at this point. We got to stop them from trying to go mid.
This gets interesting. Could try and turn this round onto the Olaf. Changing targets. Column now in danger, being jumped out. Opportunity's teleported in, looking for an angle. Flash to the charm. Lands it onto Kaltis. That's game. They've just picked up another member, and we've got no Rim for another 20 seconds. They can at least look for Baron.
Exactly. Yeah, we were everywhere, nowhere, all at once. We had to fight for Baron, and we wanted to get Drake, and we don't want them to rush our mid. There's just so many things. So many little things. We got 40 seconds on Kaltis, and Kaltis was doing the damages. What did I say 5 minutes ago? Maybe 7? I was like, if we don't get in these next 5 minutes, I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know how we're going to do it. But let's see. I see chat. Game breaker. We're setting up for things in the jungle. We got our pings going, and Bess is mid. Everyone's coming through bot. Maybe we just pick off the right people. I mean, we got an Ahri waiting in the
we
wings.
did get Soul finally at the end of that, which is good news for us. Cloud Soul's a big win con in of its own, especially with our comp. But we need to start finding some picks again. Can we jump onto the Ahri? Yes, we can. Great pick. Really, really important. And I think the thing is, Monta, when they've gotten some massive picks into big quarters, haven't been able to be truly ruthless with it at this point. They could have ended the game, I think, a couple times. I'm not sure whether they needed Baron there. I'm not going to lie that they had teleport on the way. I think even though they didn't have the AD carry, they had the Olaf. I think they could have ended there if they shoved hard enough. Maybe had the Olaf tank turret or whatever. Instead, I think they're now in a bit of a tricky position where the Baron they need to get a lot of value out of has already had one of the key split pushes die. G2 are collapsing on another. They're not, I don't think, going to get any turrets off this. And if they don't get this reset off, oh, he's been interrupted. That's unfortunate. Sheena's coming over as well. Dead to rights. There's nowhere to run. Can try and heal forwards, jumping onto counter. The purple execution comes on down. Can try and run and get a lot of healing down, but even with the death dance can do nothing. The other solo laner dies.
Wow.
Awful moment for MONTA. Great save from G2 HEL.
Absolutely. Ari just coming up literally this second, and we've got another champion out for a whole minute. Let's see how we keep picking them off. I mean, just like you said, it's still like on a knife's edge. I feel like MONTA had, like you said, the advantage. They could have ended the game. They didn't. So now we have like this push and pull happening between both teams. Will they, won't they? Will they, won't they? Let's find out in the next minute. This has been a 42-minute game, guys. Best of one. 42 minutes. All right, they've pushed us up. We're knocking on their base. We're at their front door. Olaf is still down, but I think they've wised up and they know not to split. So I think this makes it harder for us because then we have to all in. I mean, we got all of us here, but... All right. We're circling around. We're circling around. Some people might think it's wise to go and clear up those lanes. Looks like Tristan is doing that. Chat, are y'all okay? Are your hearts pumping? Are we gonna flip Elder? Let's find out together.
We might be flipping Elder. We went looking for a pick there. Couldn't quite find it. Can't quite get the Ahri, but can get the... At this point in the game, though, it's a level 18 Ahri with a load of ability haste. Doesn't need to all that much. Zenith! Oh, no!
Oh, Zenith, please!
Gets the flash away. Still got some shields trying to turn around, but the Olaf's going to keep running on in, and she's dead. Oh, two split off. And they jump on that one as our pick goes wrong. Gonna have to reset here, I think, and try and hold the line as we've lost a solo laner for 50 seconds.
Oh, goodness, and now they're doing that push that we... Really?
We're trading who's getting picked at any given moment. It's very annoying.
Right. Yeah, uh-oh. Not okay anymore. Oh, I'm so sorry, chat. It's okay. It's okay. You spent your channel points well. That's all that matters. All right, we got
so
them.
2 minutes until Baron
2 minutes.
and Elder, pretty much. That's probably what we're next going to play around. But unfortunately, having lost that mid lane shove, it's kind of tricky. We are now going to lose a lot of our jungle. We're going to head into this position where effectively we can't see anything really on either side. We've got some walls down on the red side jungle. That's partly why we were looking for picks. But then Zenith went to push the wave by herself. And you've got to be aware that this squad from MONTA has a lot of pick. And we're not respecting it very well at all.
Not much at all. That's kind of been our MO this game. We've been getting picked off. And
well, so have they, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Which has been nice. So when we're making proactive plays, it's largely going all right. It's just the other side of it that's been a little problematic.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're hitting those digits over here in RCS. If you care to look, that's where we're sitting at. Nobody's too far off, but, well, except for that Tristana, that Ahri. But yeah, not too much of a difference at this point. We're all playing around these objectives. We're going to see which... Oh, unless we have a skirmish up here.
We might do. Sheena is just hanging around with the importantly with the GA on top. Got 4, make that 5 items on this Tristana as well. And level 18 Tristana hurts a lot as long as she gets to free fire. Doesn't have really that much safety outside of the Bloodthirster, so does need to be a bit wary.
I better watch that, Nico.
Elder in 25 seconds. It is MONTA in the river. We're using the tremor sense basically to track where people are.
Precisely. All right. They're trying to lay out a trap here. And Nico's waiting in the wings behind the wall. Elder is
Flash
in.
and heal and Zhonya's. This Pigman has been really, really good this game. And that scares me a little here coming into this Elder fight.
Absolutely. And they're just waiting. Like, they're really taunting the positioning. They're letting Drake hit G2. They're using it. It's nice to see. I hate that it's on the enemy team, but it is nice to see. But now it's turned. They're like, fine.
Sheena on a potential flank. I'm going to try to jump as Pigman finds him. Oh, Sheena's going down to the GA, no doubt. Can they turn this around, though, as the explosive charge comes on in? The pop blossom only onto one. Turn around with the final spark. Huge damage from that angle. They blew up the Ari all the while. Sheena does go down, though. Look at the Olaf on the other side. That's really problematic. Colum getting run at. We've lost our jungler. It's a big deal. Rim going to hop on 4, trying to get onto Paxi, who does not have the ult or the ghost to run with. Back onto the Elder we look. TP to the mid lane. Trying to run at that Olaf, who's trying to clear the way. Prevent us from ending. We've got enough for wave, I think, to potentially run at this anyway. We're going to try and look for the inhibitor turret, I think.
That was what the positioning really saved us there, I believe, with that ult.
He's going to take the inhibitor. He's going to trade in here, but we don't even get the inhibitor turret. What was the decision making? We get no Elder or the turret mid, and they're going to get the inhibitor.
Okay, guys. Yeah, that was...
TP behind, we're going to try and pick up the Olaf here. But that's a very deep TT, and Wukong could now potentially jump on them. Going to try and find this Olaf, who flashes into the Raptor bit. Flash from Colum, gets on top of that. Solar Flare after. Jump on forward from Zenith, and they pick that one up. We do finally bring down the Olaf. 10 seconds still on Sheena, but 60 on their Olaf. We can still look to shove through mid with that huge timer advantage. Play for Elder, play for the end. Both kind of doable, depending on how aggressive you want to be.
Exactly. Like, if they're going to do it, they need to do it now. Or
do something. There needs to be a choice made.
Right. Lock
Sheena's
something
coming on
down.
down after the respawn.
Yeah, okay, I think we decided. All right.
They're going to try and rush Baron on the other side, though.
Yes, they are. They're going immediately. They're like, fine. I mean, we definitely, as y'all said earlier, that Drake is going to help, I believe, against the Olaf. So we'll see if this pays off in the next 2 minutes. Oh, I thought she was going to get
quite
it.
enough, but we can still look for the fight afterwards. Enric in danger. Void's assault still available. Opportunity may need to ult over the wall, and will do so. Running after the Wukong. Slowed down. Will not win with this Elder buff running. Sheena just needs the knock-up. Can't quite find it, but there's the Void assault after the Cyclone. Jumps onto Enric, who does have that Sterex for a moment. Zeron kills off Rim. We've gone so deep and sheer. Look at Zenith and Colum blowing up the rest. They just needed the fight. And that's the entire team dead. Patchy respawns.
Divine.
But there are no Barons to be found.
Beautiful. Oh, man.
Flashing for the wave from Zenith. Wants to end the game now on this timer.
No Baron damage. I see you in chat analyzing these fights. Appreciate y'all chiming in with your opinions. Thank y'all for all of these comments. They're really good. Yeah, literally just leaving the Olaf to stand there in T-pose. Unfortunately. That's... Wow. They held my heart in their hands, but I think this is how you flip a game. This is how you flip a game. And now we're here. Goodness.
Towards the Nexus turrets they go. It has not been easy. It has not been clean. It is 49 minutes or so on the clock, but G2 HEL will not be denied a 5th win. We're positive win rate, baby.
Let's go. I love to see it. Woo! I was sweating. Just a little bit.
I believe the term, Chelsea,
Yeah.
is not even close.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh, not even close, baby. Not even close. Oh, not even. Felt kind of
Hello, folks. It is just me. I'm now not sure whether Chelsea is just a voice in my brain, and I've been talking to strangers. Yeah, Chelsea's telling me she's not real. And if you can hear her too, then, you know, that's a shared hallucination that we all have. However, Chelsea's camera has decided it doesn't want to exist in this world anymore. So it's just me on screen, but Chelsea's still here. He's hallucinating. Stop typing these things, Chelsea. You're going to make me feel like I'm actually, you know, struggling. But anyway.
Who are you talking
We got out of the game. We won it.
That was great. We got the game. Please keep going.
You see what I have to deal with?
This is great.
This menace. This menace on the other microphone. The
menace was the game. The menace was the game.
I want to point this out again. This was arguably the most, like, if you took a G2 HEL game and you stuck it into the Alchemist lab and you kind of distilled it down into the ultimate G2 HEL potion, it would be this game. Where we're seeing some really good moments, some very good mechanical hands, some very solid macro moves on our terms, and then complete disrespect in the mid-game for wave control and moves that enemies can make that kind of catches off guard. It's like, fantastic, we chucked everyone out, we go to Elder. Zenith got caught mid lane. Rim, why are you there and you're dead? That Nico thing. And we saw that issue a little bit, some people dropping some farm in some side lanes, and the other side of that coin is still that we have got some really good hands. We can still team fight really well. We actually do have good ideas on how we can win games, even from tricky positions. And that kind of focus on the win cons has been really, really valuable, be it for playing through sidelines, playing for objectives. All those things have been good. It's just some of the bits tying the gluing things together. They're slipping through the cracks. We need to maybe not have our games go to 48 minutes and win off vibes. That would be great.
That felt like a vibe win at the end, honestly. We were just baiting them out. Not even close. I mean, I'm kind of disappointed to say the majority vote for our predictions today was for Mint. 30%. G2 HEL. I mean, I need y'all to show yourselves.
We have MONTA fans in chat, did we? I see you all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're going to be banned. You're banned. It is what it is. Y'all, if you
Chelsea
lost,
is a cruel woman.
step forward. I gotta ban you. It is what it is. Oh yeah, let's see. Oh man, I saw somebody. Nor, was that you? Nor King? Really? Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go. It is what it is. I'm sorry.
Can't believe it.
Can't believe
We are
it.
just waiting to see whether we got an interview today or not. We'll see whether we do get one. We've asked M-Test, and once M-Test gets back to us with a yay or nay, we'll know. We do have an interview. Fantastic. Just got word back from our producer, just waiting on that one. So it'll be Sheena joining us on the rec side. So it'll be cool to hear her voices and thoughts on that one. I assume she just the one voice. I think I just meant thoughts in general and chose the wrong word. But the point kind of stands. You know, it's all right.
We know what you meant. It's okay. Yeah, we're gonna get their thoughts and see how Sheena was. This is the most I've seen Sheena die in a game.
I think there'll be some questions because I think again there was you have an issue this game on Rexo where you go in and then you get pop blossomed and charmed and Olaf is there laughing at you because you can do nothing to him and you do the dying thing. Especially if it's like just a straight 5v5. It can be quite tricky, especially before you get things like GA or Sterax, all the things that are there to keep you alive. If you're just there on Titanic Hydra, you just go, ah ha ha ha, I have no health bar and die. Which has been a Rek'Sai problem. But Sheena, the other side of that coin has been insane smites. The Atticard steal, the Baron steal. If those two hadn't happened, particularly that Baron steal, we'd probably lose that game. Although
lost.
I say that, and we did find some ways to punish Barons multiple times. I've got a hare attempting to attack my face, which was quite annoying. Got behind my glasses somehow and was like tickling my eye, my nose, and my mouth all at once. It was like the ultimate irritation hair.
You need to straighten up before Sheena shows
all.
up. Yeah, no, just fix that before she comes in here. Okay, we can't.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all sorted. I can't embarrass myself in front of Sheena. You know?
I don't even have a camera, so I can.
That's
I can
true.
avoid.
You can't do that. It's just me. Again,
Yeah.
well, we're not even sure you're real. We just had this conversation.
That's true. I am a simulation. I'm just here, simulated on the stream.
I could have had a much more exciting simulation. Oh no, where's Mango?
I don't know. I think you'd be disappointed. I'm the one who does all the talking. He does all the numbers. All the sabotage. You can't hold the conversation like I do.
Does sound like, however, that Sheena is here, and we can bring in the victorious jungler to have a chat about that final game of the split.
Let's go.
Chelsea is also here.
I am
She's
here.
just lost her camera, so it's
Promise.
just me kind of emoting for both of us. I can do my best.
It's carrying.
Question number one, Sheena.
Yeah.
How did we end up at 48 minutes?
Right.
What was going on? We got so point it was looking good, and then people kept dying, and then there's Baron steals required. What was this?
What were you putting in the dungeon tonight? That's what I want to know.
This game does not mean anything for us, right? For like the standings. So like the atmosphere was a bit of too much fun since before the game started. Like there was a lot of love and shit. I don't think we played like even focus at all. And we tried a comp that we never played, completely different style. I had like two losing sides. I don't know. I prefer not to speak. Like.
So yeah, I mean, like, tell us about the Lux Tristana switch for vibes. How was that to get our mage bot lane and the Tristana bit? Was that like a I want to try your rollout for a bit, or was it like this is actually kind of good?
I think we picked Lux, and then we wanted to match the way with Lux. I had the idea that Aribai looked much better into way. Doesn't matter where they send it, but hey, we matched the way with Lux. So yeah, that was it.
I have to hop in. Chat is screaming. They loved your smites today. Loved them. What's it like
that was the only
being
good thing.
so cracked? That was the only good thing.
From
hey,
me,
you've
like,
been
from my
carrying.
game.
Were you impressed with yourself? Like, was today one of those games where you were like, "Wow, I'm really good at this"? Did you get that feeling today, or was it just another day in the lab?
About the smites?
Yeah, with your smites.
Average
I mean,
day. Average day.
period.
Oh, that happened. That
Yeah,
was those were
yeah.
easy smites. I see how
Easy,
it is. All
guys.
right, all right.
Easy. We were losing our minds over here. Absolutely losing our minds. Was there a moment at all? I know this was one of those days y'all were just having fun, but were there one of those moments where y'all kind of locked in and y'all were like, okay, all right, this is making us sweat just a little bit. When did that happen for you?
We were also losing our minds in game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think we locked in after Ring got catch on mid on the
Mm.
one of the
Yeah.
Drake's fights that we had the advantage and Sirius got catch. I think here we was like, okay guys, we're having fun, but we are about to lose the game. So what if we just play? Because at that point, goal difference is forever. So
Yeah, that's fair. Because yeah, Rim running into 4 people on the mid wave was a little silly. I remember that one. Question and last gameplay question before we ask a little bit more about the split and playoffs and stuff coming up. Rek'Sai, seen you play it a couple times now. Obviously, a big comfort pick, a pocket pick for you. When should you be looking for Rek'Sai in a draft? What do you like? What do you look for in a Rek'Sai angle?
mm, I thought it was good because I thought I would have mid prio with lags and then I will have one counter pick, so I still have 2 priors and I couldn't get abuse early on. But we ended up with a draft with losing sides. I got invaded like 5 times on the game. I just died on all of them.
Yeah.
My ult didn't go off. My flash is. I didn't use the flash for like 10 minutes. I think I was saving it for the next game on
Yeah.
playoffs.
Next game. For playoffs, it's good.
I love that.
So the idea is have prio lanes and go invade the enemy jungle, guys. That didn't happen this game for a variety of reasons that Sheena just covered. Playoffs coming up. Got a positive win rate. We've seen some messy games for GT, some really good parts, and then some bits we're going, okay, maybe we messed up the side lane, we messed up people getting picked off. How are you feeling about playoffs? What's the aim here?
I think on our screens today we had the screens before the official and it was much better than the official. I think we're having fun and it was not really our level. I think our rival is gonna be Falke for quarterfinals.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're looking
I
pretty
mean,
scary, right at the top of the standings.
They are kind
I
of terrifying. Just a
think
little bit.
we have a good shot on Falke more than, for example, if we were facing Kiwis for style, I think we have a less good shot than Falke. So I have some hope, maybe a 2-1 if we win or a 2-1 if we lose. But I think we are getting one map no matter what.
I like that. I really like that. I've loved y'all's mentality so far throughout this series. I've loved hearing y'all say, oh, learn what? I mean, this is every day. We were just having fun. I really enjoy that energy. But I have to ask, so if we could rate M Test throughout this series, energy wise, what's the rating we're giving M? We need to bring some notes in.
Energy, 12. Like,
Oh,
I don't know.
perfect.
We were like
12.
hinting and together, you know.
Kind words for
Bless you.
M Test.
Yes.
Say it ain't so.
I mean, we are always going to be dragging M down to the dungeon, but y'all truly are his light. 12 out of 10 rating M. You heard it here. I'm so happy to hear it as well. I'm excited to see more of what y'all are going to be getting into. Do you have, you got anything that you want to tell chat? Like anything at all? Something that we might have missed, just something silly? Like, I need to go get some chopsticks and eat some popcorn because I learned that one from Zenith. You got something for us?
No, I didn't know that one. That's an interesting one.
Zenith has her own quirks.
Yeah,
She's special in our very special way. You should talk to them about that. But if there's anything, Sheena, that you'd leave us with, is there anything, any encouraging words? Do you need us to go sit down somewhere? Do we need to go to the dungeon? Yeah.
I mean,
What you got
we
for
didn't
us?
use our best draft or comps yet, so let's see. I think we are looking fine for playoffs. I don't know if we're gonna win or lose, but much better than today. And we had our fun. we're counting games, so we're good into it.
You've got it out the
Perfect.
system.
Yeah.
All right,
I
Sheena,
love it.
thank you so much for coming and
Thank you.
talking to us. Thank you for the insight as ever. I wish you a better Rek'Sai angle the next time and prio
Yeah.
lanes to invade the jungle. We will see you very soon. Good luck in playoffs.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. I love that. That was
It's
beautiful.
cool. That was really cool. I'm gonna pretend.
We
Which
finished our
direction am I gonna pretend?
content
I'm gonna
themes.
pretend you are this direction. There we go.
Yeah.
So Chelsea, who's off screen, she's definitely here.
Totally.
How are you feeling about players? You excited about G2 House Chancellor players? You excited for how this is gonna go?
I am excited. I think they always have a plan, and you heard Sheena. These are content games, and they haven't even pulled out their best draft yet, which I think is smart because why would you pull it out now? We're not even in the big leagues yet. And every player said, "What are we learning from? We haven't learned much from these teams. It's same old, day by day." So I'm excited to see that even when the chips are down for them, when it seems like it is, they still have the answers. They still win, and they're still happy about it. They still have a smile on their face. So I'm hyped. I'm really excited to see the heat turn up in the kitchen. It's gonna be
Absolutely
crazy.
that. But unfortunately for today, we are turning the cookers off. We're turning the lights out
Yeah.
because the stream is ending. Chelsea, an absolute pleasure as ever. Where can people find you?
Y'all can find me anywhere at Chelsea Bites. We just got back from a convention. I'll be putting up my stream tomorrow. I promise. It's, you know how Con Crud, there it is. That's the words. Con Crud is. It can be gross. So I'm just recovering and I'll be back soon. Where can we find you? What are you up to? I saw your pictures on Twitter, Sam.
Yeah, you can find me on Initialized Cast on pretty much every social. That's Twitch, that's YouTube, that's Twitter, that's Instagram, TikTok, the whole shebang. Just add a cast after my name. Remember to initialize with an S, not a Z, because I am British, and spell it with S's because I'm silly like that. But do come follow me, find some cool content. I'm also live on Nightmare's Twitch channel doing LPL all the time, which is quite good fun. Occasionally also on LEC if you want to see that. Also, of course, importantly, here on the G2 Esports channel, we'll be covering some HEL playoffs games very shortly, so do make sure you are liked and subscribed and all those important things on the YouTubes and Twitches. Make sure you're following all of our players, and probably M-Test too, he's a cool dude. And then we will see you all next time for playoffs best of action. But until then, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you all next week.
See you guys.